Okay, good morning, everybody. So, there's not a whole lot of watch today either. We got PETZ, XRTX, CNCE, DBGI, QFTA. But honestly, XRTX is the only one that kind of looks good right now. I don't know. The 10-minute looks pretty good. 5-minute also looks pretty good for a push higher through 5. We could potentially see this over 5, which would look solid, but whether it's actually going to make the move or not, no idea. I'm going to wait on it at open. I don't want to trade the first minute, especially because there's nothing really interesting right now. Just going to wait it out. EVAX is popping on the scans, and this one's pretty good, but it's too high priced. I was watching it pre-market here. Okay, so here's market open. So it could buy this dip on XRTX, but let me see. It's probably gonna break 5 here. There's 502, so yeah, I should have bought that dip a long time ago. It didn't break this 5-minute low, actually held at 480. That would have been a solid trade if I bought that, but I'm not gonna trade the first minute. It breaks my rules. Okay, so the high of this candle is 509. We can potentially get in for the break of the 509. Should have entered there. Dang it. What am I doing? Whatever. We're going to get in on a micro pullback most likely, and my charts aren't loading. Cool. XRTX. That kind of sucks. So false halt there. Not sure why my charts weren't loading. That kind of sucks. So let's see. Is this going to actually halt this time? Looks like it. So definitely should have taken my entry here. I hesitated from how high it opened. Or it opened break even, but it quickly popped to 510 and then it dropped to 507 or whatever. And I was like, and I just didn't take it. So now XRTX is halted. Missed an entire move. Definitely regret not taking that there. So EVAX got halted going down, unfortunately. NPTN is actually moving up here. 10-minute looks pretty clean though. Kind of like it. 5-minute also looks okay. Big gap. A little choppy here, I'd say. It's not big spreads, which I'm also surprised about. I'm gonna wait for that one to get more volume in it. The float on it. Check on it real quick. Float's 50 million, so that's probably why. This one's 47 million. XRTX, CNCE. CNCE is actually crossing here. 5-minute looks pretty good for a cross, but the 10-minute just crossed to the downside, so we can potentially see a curl in the 10-minute, which looks solid. We just need the 5-minute actually show strength here and hold above VWAP. If we can see that, then this thing's looking pretty good to high a day or pre-market high. Pre-market high here is about 407, 406. Just draw this as a resistance level there. Let's see if this can break above VWAP and hold its level. If it can, then the next area would be 75. Might want to take a little bigger size on this one, honestly, just because it's not moving a whole lot, but this thing can potentially take off. CNCE is moving. Oh, my bad. Wrong one. RMNI is moving. PETZ is also moving. NPTN. So NPTN finally got above VWAP here. See if we can get a pullback and potentially take an entry here for the break of the 5-minute high on the next 1-minute candle. The only thing I don't like about this one, it has, you know, the spreads are tight on it. It's just the float's really high. I gotta keep XRTX on mine because this one resumes at like 8:36. 8:36 in like 40 seconds or something. So here's a pullback candle in the 1 minute on NPTN. Like I said, I'm really nervous on it just because, let me see, this high is 43. Nervous on it just because the float's so high, it's not moving a whole lot. I don't want this thing to just randomly flush on me with a big order. There's 43. I don't know. I don't know about this one, honestly. I'm not gonna risk it on this one, actually. CNCE. CNCE made it above VWAP for a second. Now it's pulling back too much. If this can actually pop up and finish around 350, then it doesn't look so bad, but this thing has to finish high. 5 minutes still doesn't look too bad. 10 minutes, same thing, but this has to continue higher. This can't just pull back any further. NPTN. So it's 47, 48. Big seller here at 46. 45 now. Another one at 50. So we already have big sellers stacked on this. That went from 48 all the way to 41 now. So let's go to XRTX. Ah, shit. Okay, there we go. So this one should resume right here. There we go. Open flat. Buy in here for the break. 60, 70, 75. So if you get the break of 80 here, sell in there at 85. So that was a really nice trade. Bought that dip, that micro pullback, and then we see a rip all the way. I tried to sell. I was hoping that it would break 6, but oh well. So got in on that. Wow, look at that. Halted going down already. It's crazy. So really solid trade here. 94 bucks in this one move. Definitely helps the account for sure. This week has been great, and that's because I didn't think really anything of this week. I thought it was gonna be pretty bad or choppy, honestly. Nasty to see this flush down though. That's kind of sucks, but at least I sold somewhere you know, on the top at 81 apparently. So 81, the high was 89. I had seen it hit 87. I was gonna sell up there, but I don't know. I just held it because I want to see if we can get the rip through 6, potentially get this into another halt. I didn't want to sell too quick either, so got it on this, you know, micro pullback. Could have definitely bought the dip here around 530, but I don't know. I wanted to see that it would actually hold. When it started riding up or, you know, pushing up, I went ahead and took my entry for this break of the 1 minute high. But I noticed we were also around the $0.50. I bought in at 548, so right at, you know, the $0.50 here. And I just rode that momentum all the way up to 580. Try to sell somewhere around 6, but obviously didn't want to hold that level, so I just sold it there. As soon as I'd seen it hit 587 or something and then pull back to 573 or whatever, I felt real hesitant. I was like, I'm just gonna get on this next pop, so I sold it at 580. Good thing I sold too, though. I sold basically at the top, which is pretty cool because, I mean, normally I would have sold like at 565 or something, sold real quick. So glad to be profitable on this one for sure. CMRX popping on the scans. CNCE. So CNCE back above VWAP. Looking solid here. 5 minutes still looks clean. 10 minute also looks clean. It's another way we could potentially take a trade on. Could take an entry here, 72 for the break of this 1 minute high, possibly through 80. But I would want to take bigger size on this one just because it's not moving a whole lot. So this whole move is like 12 cents. Well, let's just say 360 to 72 is 12 cents right there. So not a big mover. High of this 10-minute candle is 73. The next 10-minute candle opens here in about 20 seconds. I don't want to see it pull back on the 1 minute though. I liked how it was kind of sideways consolidating here, but it broke that high by a couple cents now, and I don't know, I don't feel so confident in it. It seems like it's slowing down up here. Huge sellers stacked as well, which I also don't like. 79, got a big one there. Broke through like nothing, I guess, whatever. Alright, I guess it was not a big deal. So there's a huge rip from 70 all the way to 4. Wow, clean move here. That's awesome. I was hoping we can get another pullback, but this one actually just took off. So crazy. Oh, you know why? Jesus, I didn't see it. The 5 minute just crossed here. I didn't I did not see that one. So huge opportunity missed right there for sure. Especially if I took bigger sides on this one, which I most likely would have, like at least 500 shares. Big opportunity missed. So dang, 50-cent move here from 70 all the way to 420. 430 now, 440 just about. That's a big move here. Getting real close to its 200 though. 475 is its 200, which kind of makes me hesitant if I'm going to take a trade up here, but not opposed to one either. Big seller at 420. I'm going to wait for this to sideways consolidate here so that way I can get in. I want to make sure that it holds 4 though in this candle, which it is so far, which is great, but might miss my entry here, might just take off without me, but that's okay. I'm gonna let it consolidate. If I miss the move, I miss the move. I already missed this one. I'm not gonna trade into FOMO here. So high this 1 minute candle is 429. MACDs look great. Nothing looks bad so far. I don't want to see this candle finish super low though. I'm kind of nervous about it. Still holding 4 so far. It's in the teens. Buy in here 500 shares for the break of this 1 minute high. In at 25, stop is 15. It's 23. $4.15, that's my stop. That's gonna be it for me. Trying to stop out here, stopped out. So gave back half my profit. I was really hoping this thing would actually just pop back above. Might have to take another entry here, the next 1 minute candle. I didn't like how it just didn't move there. Dang, so that sucks. Half my profit gone right there. See if we can get another entry on this one. Still holding, which I like. Should have held a little longer maybe. Again, all the MACDs look clean. Everything looks solid. So potentially getting on another pullback here. I'm going to get in here again. 420 for the break of the high here. 25, 29, 30, 40 selling there. So there we go. 500 shares. Could have held a little longer for sure. Huge seller at 450. Dang. So I got in for the break of the 1 minute high once more just because it was holding its level. It didn't break lower. Now it's a false break. This is a huge false break here, which I don't like to see. So good thing I profited while I could. I really wish this trade would have worked out sooner, honestly. I wish this thing would have just taken off and I didn't have to take that loss because that would have been a big trade for sure. But you know, it is what it is. So I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm still green. So up $130 today, looking great. I'm glad we're coming up to its 200 here. Hit 450, huge seller at 450, and that's kind of, you know, expected, I guess. FATBB just got halted. FATBB actually got halted. Not sure what's going on with this one. Super light volume. XRTX just, you know, opened, I guess it resumed, and now it's just fading. I don't really like that. CMRX, slow mover here, floats what, 77 million? Yeah, not feeling that. PETZ, our leading gapper, popped up to VBOT for a second, now it's back below. CNCE, sideways. I mean, massive rejection there. Not really sure what it wants to do. 10 minutes still looks pretty good though. 5 minute also kind of looks good for the break of 450. But after seeing that huge rejection, that huge seller at 450, I'm not super confident in it. XRTX. I mean, just pulled back too much. DBGI. EVAX. Halted down again. So I don't know. Now everything's kind of rejecting. I think I should just take my profit and walk away with this one. Definitely glad to finish up 130. I mean it's not 130 exactly, but you know, it could have been way more if I didn't have to take that $50 loss here on CNCE, but you know, it kind of is what it is. It didn't work out in my favor. So let's see if this is another false break or if we see a rip back to the 450. So far it's kind of rejecting. If it breaks this 1 minute low, then I think it's just on a downward trend. But then again, the 1 minute MACD looks like it's potentially crossing here. It's going to cross pretty soon within the next several minutes. 5 and 10 minutes still look good though, so we'll definitely see. But I think 15 minutes into the day here, I'm just gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna call it because nothing looks good so far. Nothing looks crazy. PETZ is coming back up, but don't really like the price action on it. This one faded. This was probably the best one. I missed 2 huge moves here. Or 1 big move here, I guess. Missed a huge move, but I'm glad I got in on the second one after the halt. And it's nice to see strength like that. Sometimes, I think some weeks ago, I would get in on a micro pullback like this, or small dip, and then it would just flush on me. So good to see that I'm actually still up. Where's the big money at? This has been the most money I made this week so far. So I think Monday was 75. Tuesday I think it was like what, $30 or something. I don't even remember, but I know for sure I'm up a lot this week. Actually, I'm surprised for a small account. You know, after the monthly commission, after taking a fat L in October, you know, it's a great way to start this month, and there's no doubt about it. So I'm I'm looking pretty solid. I'm up on the month for sure, but we're gonna have to make all that money back that I lost from when I first started. So next target's 2.5K for sure, but until then, it's gonna be a grind. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. For sure, I'm gonna wrap it up. You know, nice move on CNCE. I like, you know, I like the move that I got. It like I said, it's like the first time it didn't, you know, go in the way I wanted it to. Could have stopped out a lot sooner, honestly. I got filled at 25 and stopped out at 17. I could have stopped out when it was at 23 for a 2-cent loss and just taken, you know, a really small loss, then gained huge profit on this move. But, you know, I was just really hoping that it would actually make the move in that one candle. Also really glad that I bought in a second time once I'd seen that I was holding, and, you know, the next 1 minute was looking pretty clean. So definitely glad I bought in on that. About a 17-cent move on that candle as well. So really cool. OLB's popping on the scans. It's a mover from the other day. It's a really nice daily high break here. Clean setup. So a whole $1.30, $1.50 or so from its last high. So really nice to see that. And the last one, XRTX. You know, clean move. As soon as it opened from the halt, really clean. Bought the dip on it, I guess, once it pulled back here, and then just sort of ripping from there. It's too bad we didn't see us get in a second halt or just, you know, break through 6, but, you know, it's what it is. I'm glad I took profit while I could. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and see you guys tomorrow, and I'll come out this weekend with a monthly recap for the small account here, and we'll go over basically the best trades or whatever, you know, came of last month. I would say the last week of the October, you know, it started picking up, I guess, pretty good. Like I was doing all right in the last week, but beginning of November for sure is slapping October right now. So anyways, I'll come up with that this weekend, and see you guys then.